Hey everyone, it's Spud the Potato. Alright, I'm finally into my second video. Alright, I'll admit the first video was a little shaky, but I'm beginning to get the hang of things, so my confidence is growing. Yep, this potato is really sprouting. You know, that's another thing I forgot to mention in my last video. My name is Spud. Spud the Potato. Oxymoron, I know, but it sounds pretty cool. That's what my father always called me, Spud, so I'm sticking with it. There we go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest anime guy out there, but I know my stuff. I know my Dragon Balls, I know my Sailor Moons, I know my Digimon, I know my Pokemans. I might be dating myself a little bit. I mean, Pokemon, that came out in what, like 1998? Man, I was still just a kid. I was what, like in second grade? All right. When you think of Japan, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Hold on, let me take a few guesses. This? Or this? Or how about this? Oh, how about... Honestly, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but thanks to TV shows like Family Guy and South Park, and just Hollywood in general, the Western world has become very exposed to the world of Japanese culture, even if it is somewhat stereotypical.
Oh, man, love to Miss Ziggy Stardust. I take you home. I make you fish ball soup. Fish ball.
Thank you, Trisha, for setting your people back 1,000 years.
But there is one downside to being exposed to anime in America, at least back in the early 2000s. We always had like these dubs, these American dubs, and I guess, you know, the people who were producing these TV shows, like, I suppose the people who were bringing these shows to the West were thinking, this is too Japanesey, if that's a good way of putting it. They decided, hey, we need to make it sound more rough, more American. Huh, America. And so we never really got the true exposure of anime music. It was always dubbed with like an American version, which, hey, the Dragon Ball Z dub music is still kick ass. Just saying. Just saying. Granted, for myself, I mean, I was a kid. I didn't know any better. Until I had the urge to rewatch Sailor Moon one day, and then I came across the real theme song of Sailor Moon, Moonlight Densetsu, which, oh, oh boy, I was like, where have you been all my life? And quite frankly, this is a good thing because Sailor Moon has a lot of music. You got Moonlight Densetsu, you got the Starlight's theme. Let's not forget when Uranus and Neptune, when they appeared. Dude, that got me hyped. Okay, so let's dive a little bit into the history here. The first anime, It's hard to say when the first anime was created, but it is believed that Katsuo Shashin was the first anime to be created in Japan. Unfortunately, it's only a 3-second clip of a kid taking off his hat, but nonetheless, it's still considered to be anime from a technical level. With that being said, we fast forward to the 1960s, and now we begin to start seeing the anime industry thrive. Allow me to introduce you to Japan's first iconic anime character, Tetsuwan Atomu! Or also known as Astro Boy. The intro song, Atom March, was written by Shuntaro Tanikawa, who was a poet and a Nobel Prize for Literature contender. The song was sung by Kamitakara Boys Choir. Unfortunately, I couldn't find much about this group, except they're known for singing for numerous TV show themes and commercials. Some of their more famous work being Big X, Uchu Shonen Soran, and Captain Ultra. My point being, Astro Boy put anime and its music in the forefront of the public eye. From this point, it became common practice to have theme song for anime. And although these songs were catchy, they weren't being sung by professional artists. It wouldn't be until the 70s that anime would introduce anime artists. Well, anime artists, that's a little bit confusing. Anime musicians? Musicians, just actual musicians, real musicians. So during my elaborate researching, I found that the top 3 anime during this decade were Space Battleship Yamamoto, Galaxy Express 999, and Mazinger Z. Now, I will admit I'm a little proud of myself because I actually know 2 out of those 3 anime. For Space Battleship Yamato, the theme song, simply titled the same name as the anime, was sung by Isao Sasaki. The artist for Express 999 was written by Godaigo. Unlike the previous artists, Godaigo had a significantly bigger presence in the world of music. Actually, they're still active now. Then for Mazinger Z, we have the famous, the renowned, the astonishing Ichiro! Yeah, not the baseball player. Ichiro Mizaki! And I'm assuming if you're a really big fan of anime, you probably have already heard of this man, considering his nickname is Anikingu, or Anime King. Although Isao Sasaki was very popular, between the two, Ichiro Mizaki was probably more famous, or should I say, is more famous. Now, I'm not going to focus that much on Ichiro Mizaki's life, but I think it's important that we give a brief summary about him. Despite being dubbed the Anime King, he grew up listening to jazz. Wow, actually, he sounds like me. In 1964, he came across Sakurai Teruo, a member of the band called the Drifters. It wasn't until 1968 that Ichiro debuted with his first song, Kimi ni Sasagaru Boku no Uta. Unfortunately, due to bad sales and bad relations between the management, he took a temporary leave of absence from singing. Unfortunately, that temporary leave became more of a permanent leave. He decided to quit singing completely and focus on composing music. But in 1971, Hiroe Mitsuko recommended him to her boss, the director of Nippon Columbia. It was then that he created and sang the theme song for the anime Gensho Shounen Ryu, and the name of the song was actually called Gensho Shounen Ryu ga Iku. How original. From that point, he focused primarily on anime songs. The funny thing is, Mizuki stated, if the first song was boring, then I had no plans on moving forward with anime music. Mizuki continued to create songs for anime such as Asteroid Ganga and Kamen Rider X. Anime music continued to gain popularity through the 80s and 90s, with popular songs from anime such as Neon Genesis Evangelion. I can never pronounce that, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Neon. Whoa! I hate that anime name! And Dragon Ball Z. I know I'm focusing on the music aspect of anime, but anime itself played an important role in expanding the popularity of anime music. Miyazaki Hayato's movies being very influential. Not only were the theme songs for his movies beautiful or catchy, they had an overall amazing soundtrack. It's like Disney, but Japanese. For Studio Ghibli fans, I guarantee the first song that pops in your mind is Totoro's theme song. I mean, listen to it! Totoro, Totoro. I shouldn't be singing. My point is, it's such a simple song, yet the joyful melody and the simple lyrics just make you feel so good. Just so good. On top of that, the line between anime singer and I put this in air quotes, real artists, was becoming blurred with the theme song of Chibi Maruko-chan. Odoru Ponpokorin was sang by the BB Queens and was frankly really popular. Despite the song being a kid's song, it ranked #1 on the Oricon charts for 5 weeks straight and sold over 1.6 million records. An anime song! Now, these are all great songs, but I have to add my 2 cents that the 90s gave us Sailor Moon's Moonlight Densetsu. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but I'm mentioning it again, because that's how great it was. And let's hear it for Digimon's Butterfly, and Yu Yu Hakusho, and Cowboy Bebop. But thanks to the boom of anime in the 90s, the 2000s was an interesting time not only for Japan, but globally. People around the world had easier access to their favorite anime through the internet, and even anime songs were beginning to be promoted through various websites. Do you guys remember AMVs? The introduction of AMVs, anime music videos, and covers had become extremely popular, and at this point we were introduced to the phenomena that was Haruhi Suzumiya and the most weeaboo song in history, Hare Hare Yukai. During this time, I wasn't hardcore into anime since I was a filthy casual who enjoyed watching Naruto, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Heck, I've never been a hardcore fan of anime, but there is one song that made me question anime music. This song was literally, what the f*** for me. The high-pitched, fast-paced singing with chaotic melody and weird lyrics just made me question what the hell was I doing with my life. I'll give the song points for being catchy and unforgettable. Yeah, definitely unforgettable. So, here we are in the 2010s and beyond. Obviously, I'm not going to really go into details of the 2020s because we're just starting the new decade, so there's not much to say. At this point, anime is incredibly mainstream, and this has been established with shows such as Attack on Titan, Sword Art Online, Dragon Ball Super, and a lot more. Anime songs at this point have evolved to become mainstream. For example, Guren no Yumiya from Attack on Titan was so popular even my parents know the song. And my parents never even watched anime. Well, with the exception of Dragon Ball. Heck, anime songs are so mainstream, there are anime about idol groups which sole purpose is to sing anime songs. Like, I can't make this stuff up. I didn't even know this existed until I moved to Japan. Idol Masters is an extremely popular anime in Japan right now. Here's a clip. Look at this. So, who are some of the popular anime singers now? Well, the first singer that comes to mind is Lisa. She has numerous hits such as the iconic Crossing Fields from Sword Art Online, I mean, say what you want about the anime, but the song is rockin', baby. Then there's her most recent song, Gurenge, which has been unbelievably popular as well. Other popular anime artists such as Kalafina, Amir, and obviously Nana Mizuki. Although Nana Mizuki is a special hybrid, a singer and a voice actress, and just so beautiful. I love that woman. As you can imagine, there are many reasons why people love anime songs. For me, I think it's a combination of the song just being good and those really awesome anime intros. For example, let's take a look at Attack on Titan. First off, I will say the show is great. I'm sure most people will agree with that. Linked Horizons Guden no Yumiya is damn cool. Damn cool. But I gotta be honest, half the reason why I love that song so much is because of that badass intro. Don't get me wrong, a good anime song can easily stand on its own 2 feet without flashy videos, but an anime intro gives an extra layer to the song. It raises our expectations of what's going to come in the anime, whether it be an epic adventure or slice of life. We're just entering 2020, so it's hard to say what the future holds for anime songs, but with its popularity increasing globally, it's unlikely to be slowing down anytime soon. So how about you guys? What's your favorite anime songs? Why do you like anime songs? And for future videos, what kind of music topics do you want me to cover? I'm open to anything, and I'm open to more than just Japan and Korea. I'm willing to do the research and learn about other artists all around the world, because I love music. That's what I do, man. That's what I care about the most. So anyway, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, as always, enjoy music, enjoy life. Peace.